ready. Gaffer, a 1-0 win here at Kidderminster. We're officially safe. How do you feel after that?
Just happy with the 1-0, obviously. Lads put in a real performance with really well organised, and they stuck to the game plan so well, which was massive for us today. Obviously with the what was at stake on the game, obviously while the numbers are still potentially against us if things didn't go so well, but it's about us finishing the season in a position where we think is right. So we came here today with that mentality to win the game and move on to the last 2 games in a positive position.
Yeah, it was a tight game. It was always going to be a tight game when it's a game like this. But yeah, we got the job done, and it's another clean sheet. It's 3 clean sheets in consecutive away games now. How does that feel from a sort of defensive point of view?
Yeah, we spoke about it when we first came in. We were clear, and obviously we had a couple of bumps in the road. Rochdale, Maidenhead. But again, there were opportunities for us to learn from it. There's some good information in those games and how we can improve. And credit to the team because they've listened, they've put into their practice the ideas and what we spoke about. And ultimately, it's a mentality. It was a mentality issue that we felt that we just needed to address. So every time that there was a lapse in concentration or a lapse in focus, we were just reminding them what it was about. We did it again at half-time today. Joe still played very well, made some very good saves for us, and we know that when you're coming away from home, everyone's got to be at it. That you need good performances, and Joe was there for us again today in important moments of the game.
Yeah, and the person who ultimately won the match for us, Paul McCallum, he's been on fire this season, as we've spoken about him so often, edging closer towards winning the top scorer this season.
Yeah, good for him. We put a bit of extra responsibility on him today with the armband, which was an opportunity because we lost Jake and Hodds in training, which isn't what you want, obviously, in preparation for games. But again, it shows having a squad that are all on the same page and have understanding of what we're doing. So, even finishing the game with Enzio as a midfield 8 for us, position he probably hasn't played regularly, but he's understood it well. He carried it out very well for us. And again, Macca gets a typical headed goal from a Vokins cross, which was exceptional cross, and once it leaves its head, it's in the back of the net, and that's what we've come to get used to. And fair play to him. He's been brilliant for us. He finished the game with a lot of bumps and bruises, which a few of the lads have, but they've stuck with the cause and stuck with the course today, which has been what's generated the 1-0.
Yeah, speaking of Vokins, he's obviously come in on loan. What have you made of him since he's come in? Obviously got an assist today, but just in general, what has been your thoughts on his performances?
Yeah, I know Jake very well, obviously, from being at Southampton with him. I've watched him grow and mature, and he's a good age now. He's 24 and he wants to get on with a career, and he's probably stuttered a bit more than he would have liked, or what we'd have expected. But that can happen. You can get in those positions in the game, and we managed to give him an opportunity to come and express himself, and we know what his skill set is. He can run, he can cross the ball. We know what his weaknesses are, and we accept them because if his strengths are going to outweigh them, then why not? And that proved today with his running and his crossing ability to get the goal that effectively won us 3 points.
Yeah, you mentioned the bumps and bruises. Ben Reeves was taken off. Was that through injury? Do we have an update on him?
Yeah, Revo, he had a bit of a difficult week, bless him. He didn't train most of the week. Didn't expect him to start today. We've had that conversation with him. So he's come in sort of unexpectedly after training yesterday. And he's given us everything on the pitch today. So it was a bit of a precautionary one, just to make sure he's available for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and just finally, obviously, we're now safe. We sort of go into our last 2 games against Wealdstone and Halifax. What's the aim now? Is it just sort of playing for pride, picking up as many points as we can?
I think since we've come in, the team have played for pride. I would like us to enjoy the football a bit more and have a bit more possession. It's difficult today. When you come here, what they needed to get from the game, and at some points we maybe invited it a bit more than we needed to. The ball was in the box a lot. We ended up with 4 centre halves on the pitch, and that can happen in these types of games. So In an ideal world now, I'd like the lads to express themselves a bit more with the ball and enjoy having the football and a bit more possession. But the game will dictate that Wealdstone. The pitch can be heavy. Staff went down to watch the game on Tuesday, and the pitch looked spongy and heavy in parts. So it may be that our style of play has to be slightly different for that. But certainly for our home game against Halifax, which we're building towards, if you get bodies in good condition and in a physical condition that they can go and perform to how we want them to perform, because we want to finish the season strong.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.